If you're waking up with high fasting blood sugar despite eating the perfect dinner, or you feel wired but tired the moment your head hits the pillow, the problem might not be your diet. Most people spend their evenings unknowingly spiking their cortisol and suppressing their melatonin, which leads to metabolic disaster the next morning. Today, I'm walking you through what I consider to be the ideal nightly routine to optimize your metabolic health. Now, full disclosure, I do not do every single one of these every single night. Life happens, but this is the framework. Whether you pick 1 or 5 of these to start, the goal is consistency over perfection. From the rebound effect of heat to the apple cider vinegar trick that lowers fasting numbers, let's build your metabolic night. Here is the metabolic reality. Your blood sugar and your sleep are in a constant feedback loop. We often think of metabolism as something that only happens when we're awake and moving. But some of the most critical glucose regulation happens while you're unconscious. When you get poor quality sleep, specifically a lack of slow wave sleep, your body enters a mild state of insulin resistance when you wake up. In fact, research shows that just 1 night of disrupted sleep can reduce your insulin sensitivity by up to 30% the next day. Why? Because sleep is when your liver and your muscles do their metabolic cleanup. During deep sleep, your body repairs insulin receptors and your liver processes glycogen. If you're exposed to blue light, high stress, or elevated temperatures late at night, your brain signals the adrenals to release cortisol. Cortisol is the biological antagonist to insulin. It tells your liver to dump glucose into the bloodstream for a threat that doesn't exist. We need to shift your nighttime routine from a stress event to a metabolic recovery phase. By creating a consistent nightly framework, we aren't just sleeping better, we're essentially training our liver to keep blood sugar stable overnight. The foundation of this routine is consistency. Your body thrives on rhythm. I aim for a consistent bedtime every single night, even on weekends. I know it's really tempting to stay up on Saturday night, but it's your master clock that regulates insulin sensitivity. If you go to bed at 10 p.m. on weekdays and 1 a.m. on weekends, you're giving your metabolism social jet lag, which has been shown to increase markers of insulin resistance. To anchor this, I start my evening with a sunset walk. This isn't about fitness, it's about photoreceptors. The specific orange and red wavelengths of light at sunset signal your brain that the day is ending. This triggers the transition from serotonin, your daytime hormone, to melatonin, your sleep hormone. This walk also helps to lower cortisol early in the evening. If you can't walk every night, that's okay. Just try to get outside for 5 to 15 minutes at dusk. That can make a massive difference. Now, once I'm back inside, I swap harsh overhead lights for red light instead. Most modern homes are filled with blue light from screens and daylight bulbs. Blue light suppresses melatonin for up to 4 hours. Red light, however, it doesn't disrupt your circadian rhythm. And it's actually been shown to support mitochondrial function and cellular repair. I use my red light panel when I wind down, maybe when I'm stretching or reading. It acts as a biological dimmer switch, telling my body that the environment is safe, the sun has set indoors, and the day is officially done. It prepares my brain to enter that deep state of sleep much faster once my head hits the pillow. Now, this is the most science-backed hack in this routine. I either use my sauna blanket or I take a hot shower exactly 90 minutes before I want to be asleep. Most people think a hot bath makes you sleepy because it's relaxing. But that's only half the story. Biologically, to fall into deep sleep, your core body temperature must drop about 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit. If your core stays warm, your body stays in alert mode. Stay with me here, I know it's a little bit confusing, but when you heat your body 90 minutes before bedtime, it causes a rebound effect. Your body detects the rise in temperature and sends blood to the surface, your hands and your feet, to dissipate the heat. Once you finish your sauna, your bath, your shower, your core temperature plummets. This rapid drop is the primary biological trigger for sleep onset. If you go to bed hot, you stay in light, fragmented sleep. You can use this rebound effect to dive straight into the deeper stuff. Instead of a late night snack, which spikes insulin and keeps the liver busy all night long, I drink apple cider vinegar before bed. Multiple studies have shown that consuming 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and water before bed can significantly lower fasting blood glucose levels the next morning. Vinegar actually improves your liver's insulin sensitivity while you sleep. It's a simple, low-cost tool that helps combat the dawn phenomenon, that frustrating spike in blood sugar that happens around 4 a.m. as your body prepares to wake up. This is a metabolic safety net that works even while your body's unconscious. At least 1 hour before bed, I make sure my phone is in the other room. This is the gold standard for metabolic health. It's not just about blue light, it's about the dopamine loop. Every notification or scroll is a micro stressor that keeps your sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, active. If your brain is alert, your liver will continue to release glucose to fuel that perceived need for fuel. By physically removing the phone, you allow your nervous system to enter a parasympathetic state. This is the only state in which your body can effectively clear glucose from the blood and move it into the cells for storage. And finally, I optimize my sleep environment, and in a way that you might not expect. I start by using a sleep mask for 100% darkness. Even a tiny amount of light can disrupt melatonin production. And then there's mouth tape, which might sound a little bit out there if you've never heard of it before. But mouth breathing during sleep is a signal of stress. It often leads to micro awakenings and increases heart rate, which raises cortisol. By forcing nasal breathing with mouth tape, you optimize your oxygen and carbon dioxide balance. This keeps your nervous system calm. It ensures you spend more time in deep sleep, where your body does the most work regulating your hunger hormones, including ghrelin and leptin. So to recap, consistency is your best friend. Aim for a similar bedtime, use red light and heat to trigger that rebound effect, and try the apple cider vinegar hack to lower those fasting numbers. Remember, this is the ideal version. I don't do all of this every night, and you don't have to either. This is a framework, not a prison. Pick 1 or 2 habits to start with and be as consistent as possible. And if you're starting your new routine tonight, comment day 1 below. I've also linked my red light panel, my sauna blanket, and other sleep tools I use in the description box down below to get you started. Now that we've got the nighttime routine dialed in, check out this video next. I go into 5 morning mistakes that I often see that could be holding you back from reaching your goals.